The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by Cliffwood Medical Aesthetics and Wellness. Well, we are on location today here at Cliffwood Medical Aesthetics and Wellness, a medical spa here in Bristol that is just coming up on their first anniversary. They offer all kinds of different treatments and services, but today we're going to focus on one of the most popular. It's called Emsella. All right, taking you actually inside one of the treatment rooms now. We are here with Dr. Jessie McCracken, and thank you so much for having us out today.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Well, I'm excited to learn about this new technology because you were telling me it's one of those things when you first saw it and read about it, you really liked it too.
Yeah, absolutely. So I tried it, and even after one treatment, I was a believer right away.
So we're actually, the treatment is happening as we speak.
So the treatment is happening. So
bring us up to speed, because it looks like she's just sitting here having a conversation with us.
Right. So this is Chris. Chris has done a full series of this treatment. So what this does, this is called an Emsella. It's an electromagnetic machine that causes muscle contractions. So it builds muscle. So when you have incontinence, that is because of a weak pelvic floor. So that your pelvic floor is made up of muscles. This machine strengthens those muscles. So they tell you to do Kegels.
Right.
And a lot of people don't actually understand how to do Kegels or know if they're doing them right, because how do you know? Like,
right.
You know. So this machine does them for you. 20,000 in a 30-minute treatment.
20,000.
20,000.
30 minutes.
Yes. Wow. And they're done correctly because it's taken out of your control. So it's very effective for stress incontinence. So, you know, there are a lot of causes of incontinence, so you need an evaluation to determine if you're truly a candidate. But most women at some point in their life will develop some form of incontinence, and the most common is stress incontinence. So this is a great machine for that.
And of course, when you think about some of the other treatments that are out there, I mean, some of these are really invasive, takes time, a lot of downtime. Something like this looks so easy.
And yeah, I mean, so it's, you obviously wear all of your clothes. It doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt. And it's 6 treatments for 30 minutes initially, and then just like any muscle, you have to keep strengthening it. So, you know, that's gonna vary for people depending on, you know, their state of health overall. So we have memberships where we can get you in every 3 months, you know, every 6 weeks, however often you need it to maintain your results.
And Dr. McCracken, we're hearing like obviously different sounds with this equipment, so kind of walk us through. It looks like she's what, 10 minutes in?
She's 10 minutes in for her 30-minute treatment. And so this machine, it goes through different cycles to contract the muscles in different ways. So it'll contract for a long period of time, it'll do quick contractions, and then this tapping that you hear right now is actually, it kind of taps the lactic acid buildup. So, you know, when you work your muscles, they're not getting as much oxygen and lactic acid builds up. Then you get sore. Well, nobody wants that. So this taps that lactic acid out so that you don't feel sore after the treatment.
So the machine is literally doing everything for her.
It's taking care of everything.
So you will do nothing but sit and just like you're doing right now for 30 minutes.
30 minutes apiece.
30 minutes apiece. I like that. We can all use 30 minutes apiece.
Right.
And you were telling me patients like her getting incredible results from this.
Yes. So the results are going to vary based on your starting point. Okay. So, you know, if it's somebody who had a baby and they're just having some stress incontinence from the trauma that their pelvic floor has been through, you know, if they had a pretty strong pelvic floor before, it's going to come back pretty quickly. Whereas if it's, you know, older people who have had this incontinence for years and years and years, their results are going to be different results. But everybody's going to see some improvement in stress incontinence. So.
And for our viewers out there, if we weren't here with TV cameras she would be doing exactly the same thing, dressed exactly as she's
Yes.
doing. It is, we are just sitting here
Yes.
as part of this.
You don't have to take your clothes off. You don't,
Yeah.
you know, so you just come in, and actually once, like, you know, we come in, we walk you through the first treatment, and then pretty much we bring you in here, we get you set up, and we do give you 30 minutes of peace. So it's kind of nice to just come have your 30 minutes of downtime.
And you've seen, you're happy with the results. It's made a difference, huh? Very much so. And this technology, you use it in another way as well, right?
We do. So this is more of a medical indication. We have an Emsculpt, which uses the same technology. It's made by the same company, but it's for muscle toning of your skeletal muscles. So abs, glutes, even like biceps, triceps, your quads. We can even do your calves. So it has fat burning and muscle building. So it uses radio frequency to burn the fat, and then this same technology to build the muscle. So
man,
cool
so taking the place of the weights, right?
Yeah, and the cardio. So it does the fat burn too. So
wow, certainly a lot happening here. You were telling me you guys very active on Facebook.
yes, so check us out on Facebook. And we have a really cool special right now, getting you ready for summer. It's a summer body contouring package. So we do the Emsculpt, that's also 6 sessions. And then we have a weight loss medication here that's an injectable medication. It's FDA approved to kind of curb your appetite and get your summer body ready. So we got that going on right now.
All right, well, Dr. McCracken, thanks so much for having us out. Thank you for letting us sit in. We'll let you go for 16 more minutes and 57 more seconds. If you would like more information, don't forget, very active on Facebook. You can check them out. Here is that website on Facebook for more. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by Cliffwood Medical Aesthetics and Wellness.